Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back in the shop. I'm dressed in snow camo because we had a massive storm this past weekend. For St. Louis, it was huge. We had about 10 to 12 inches around us, and then north we had 18. Just west in Columbia, we had 20 inches. So I've been catching up on a bunch of reels, baits, dealing with the snow, digging out. We got another giant storm coming this weekend. They're talking 6 to 9 more inches, plus like sub-zero temperatures. So it's been great. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys might have seen my pictures on Instagram and Facebook of my Dobyns order that came in. And a ton of you have been asking for just, info on this rod for months and months since it came out. Well, finally, I'm dropping it right now. We've got it. It is the Dobyns Xtasy. This rod came out a few months ago. I've been meaning to order it. I just haven't had time and just been so busy. This is their highest end rod that Dobyns has ever come out with. They've got the Colt, the Fury, the Sierra, Champion HP, the Extreme HP, or the XP Champion, and now you've got the Dobyns Xtasy. They retail for $549. Yes, it's $549. It's not for, everybody. Trust me. It's super expensive. But it's competing with like the NRXs, the high-end Mega Bass rods, just the pinnacle of the rod companies and all that stuff out there right now. I got it in. I've seen photos. I knew this rod was coming out for a while. We kind of knew when it would drop. And then it finally came out, and it was pretty stoked to get some in. So I ordered a couple of them. The one on my hand right here is a Xtasy 742, or a 724, sorry. This is the 724C. As you can tell, it's got like the chrome check, carbon check with the matte gray Xtasy series DRX 724C. This also has the Fuji Torzite guides, which are the most expensive guides you can get right now, or close to it. They're super expensive, and I'm talking like probably $200 for the guides, just because they're so freaking expensive. This is probably some of the nicest cork. I have not taken the wraps off yet of any of my rods. I usually don't, but I'm probably going to U42 cork seal all these. It's got, this is probably some of the cleanest non-filled cork that I've ever seen. Hopefully I'm not hitting the window. Then you got the nice cork here, the nice gold rings, the Xtasy in the butt of the rod, and you got Xtasy up here. This rod right here for a 7'2", 4-power. I didn't scale this one quite yet, but I'm guessing it's in the 4.5 ounce range. This thing is super freaking ridiculously light. Nice power. I'm probably going to use this one for tossing swim baits like Kitex or the Exo Swims. I'm also going to be throwing, like when we go to St. Clair, I'm going to probably be tossing lighter jigs on it. I'm going to be tossing the Omega Righteous with a beaver or a creature bait on it, just because it does so well in that range. Lighter jigs, lighter T-rigs, stuff like that. So backstory is, this rod just came out. Dobyns was supposed to come out with a high-end rod 4 or 5 years ago, and I've had prototypes that I've been using that was a previous blank that that Dobyns was going to use. That blank material got bought out by a giant fishing company. So this is the previous model. If you're an OG, Dobyns subscriber and all that stuff, and kind of know their history and everything, this was supposed to be the Dobyns Zeta. They scrapped the whole line. They put it on hold. I guess it was just frustrating for Gary and everything. I've had this rod. This is a 755, and I got a 794 back there. They masked them as just Champion Series, but these were the Nano Blanks. This is super light as well. These are great rods. A little bit different guides. Not nearly as high-end as the Xtasys over there. But this rod right here is a 755 Zeta, or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't exist. And so I picked up a couple of these. This is the Xtasy 755. I wanted them for jigs. I wanted the most sensitive jig rod that they made, and I got two of these. It's the power on them is a little stronger than the DXHP 745, which, I mean, that's my all-time favorite jig rod. Skipping jigs, throwing jigs around docks, open water jigging, football jigs. I mean, it's just a phenomenal jig rod. So when I saw that these came out in the same length and everything, the power, I was super stoked to get a couple of these. Looks exactly like the 724. It's a little thicker blank. I did scale this rod. It weighs 5 ounces on the dot, maybe just slightly less. But that's pretty dang light for a 7-foot, 5-inch rod, 5 power, which is like their heavy action rod. This will go 12 to 25 pound line, 3/8 to 1.5 ounces, and they call it a mag heavy fast action. 5 ounces is super light. I can't wait to get it on the water. I can't wait for it to be my main jigging rods. The reels I'm going to pair with them, I put one on yesterday and it's sick. It matches it well. It's going to be perfect for throwing jigs. I think the combo is just going to be incredible. I can't wait to get them out. But, you know, it's going to be a little bit. We got a bunch of snow and ice and lakes are freezing over really quickly right now. So, those are the Dobyns Xtasys. Incredible rods. I know they're expensive. They're $549. You know, but there's a huge market out there. A lot of guys go after the NRXs, the high-end megabass, the high-end this, the high-end boats, high-end trucks, all this stuff. So there's a market for it, and they needed it to compete with the NRXs and, you know, the Conquest Shimanos and all that kind of stuff. So my initial thoughts on them is they're incredibly light. The blanks are super thin. You know, instead of a 5 power being, you know, a thicker modulus blank, it's pretty dang thin, but I cannot wait to get them out. If we get it a little bit warmer here, I'm gonna bust out of here and go fishing. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a great one. Smash that thumbs up, guys. Post this everywhere because I don't think there is a video showing the Dobyns Xtasy quite yet. So we will talk to you guys later.